Elon Musk has finally exposed Vice President Kamala Harris's corruption dealings. This comes just 20 months after the Vice President took the oath of office as America's second-in-command. What are some of these corruptions in ALS involving Kamala Harris? Will Harris be sued in a court of law, and will she resign if found guilty? Join me today in this video, where we will explore how Elon has exposed Kamala Harris's corruption dealings. The world has popularly referred to America as America, the beautiful, and America, the great. However, not all Americans can back up this claim, especially with Joe Biden's administration. Many people have had a lot to say about Biden's Vice President Kamala Harris. Negative reports, so to say. Elon Musk is among these people, and his humanitarian side taking the best of him. He does not spare any pains to expose Kamala Harris's corruption. It is most shocking to see that Elon Musk is against a Democrat. If you followed Elon Musk keenly in the past, you'll have no doubts that he was mostly a Democrat track, so it is natural for Democrats to support each other. But Musk wasn't doing that with Kamala Harris. Why the sudden change? Turns out that the tech mogul opted out of the Democratic bandwagon. In a podcast, Elon Musk revealed that he was previously a moderate, meaning he was neither a Democrat nor a Republican, but he added that he leaned more to the left. In fact, he went on to state that he never thought that he'd vote for a Republican. But as they say never, he was going to switch to the Republican Party. Musk's move was not without a cause. His previous attraction to the Democratic Party was because it was mostly the kindest party, to use his words. Unfortunately, the party had a stale twist, only to become the party of division and hate. With that, Elon Musk pointed out that he could no longer support such gross misconduct, his withdrawal from the Democratic Party, because it was mostly the kindest party, to use his words. Unfortunately, the party had a stale twist, only to become the party of division and hate. With that, Elon Musk pointed out that he could no longer support such gross misconduct. His withdrawal from the Democratic Party came with heavy consequences that started playing out shortly afterwards. It seemed he was ready for all these. Ash tweeted, "Now watch their dirty tricks campaign against me unfold." He was probably ready for whatever the Democrats would hurl back at him for choosing Republicans over them. It wasn't long before the whole play started unfolding. Musk later stated that he faced strong opposition from most of the Democrats who worked with President Joe Biden to make his life a living hell. This is where Harris comes in. Being the vice president of the most powerful nation in the world, she and Joe Biden's administration started their attack on what Elon Musk loves most, his car company, to achieve their end. A general vehicle summit inviting the EV manufacturing companies was held with the exclusion of Tesla. You might think that was a mistake, but it wasn't. The attending EV companies such as General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis have never achieved what Tesla has done in the American economy, even when combined. So the absence of the most powerful EV manufacturing company was pretty conspicuous. To add salt to the wound, the president and his vice president went ahead to recognize General Motors as the most prominent EV company in the country. That would not go without a comment from Elon Musk. He later tweeted, "Yeah, seems odd that Tesla wasn't invited." He was backed up by his massive followers who demanded that Joe Biden's administration recognize Tesla as the best EV company. However, their plea was met with silence. Later, Kamala would tweet this: "With the bipartisan infrastructure law, we're going to build electric vehicles, and the batteries and parts that go in them in the United States instead of relying on other countries. The future will be made in America." That was such an optimistic sentiment. However, it was met with many prominent tech figures who found her statement lacking. Many people immediately responded to her statement, pointing out why she had failed to mention Tesla. They failed to understand why such a notable company like Tesla, which has been in the U.S. since 2003 and is the largest EV manufacturer in the world, could not gain recognition. Zach S. Jerry, a very prominent tech reviewer, expressed his view in a tweet saying this: "It's also not hard to pronounce. He all should try it sometime." Well, the many overwhelming responses to Kamala Harris's tweet did not make them do things any different, and as if that was not enough, Kamala Harris introduced a tax policy that would make it impossible for Tesla to revamp production like the previous years. Contrarily, the policies were such that they would favor other vehicle manufacturers to enter the electric market, which would be a threat to Tesla, which took quite some time before they got established. Even though Elon Musk doesn't believe that, other car manufacturers would provide tight competition to his company. Kamala Harris is doing her best to ensure that happens. But not so fast. Elon Musk's mom came to his rescue, as she would not have Kamala Harris have it before she got a piece of her mind on the day that Elon Musk made international headlines for acquiring the highest stake in Twitter. Memos came out to assert her son's unrecognized achievements. She set out to Twitter, where she shared a tweet from SpaceX's account on the company's heralded 150 successful rocket launches. With that, she tagged President Joe Biden and his Vice President Kamala Harris, adding that she was completely unaware of the world's most advanced rockets and spacecraft technology. She went ahead to praise her son's achievements in the EV manufacturing industry, saying that Tesla had electrified the entire auto industry. The Biden administration, though, has maintained their silence, and Kamala is determined to make it difficult for Tesla, but it seems like luck is on Elon Musk's side. Kamala Harris has several oppositions to deal with. The first opposition actually came from her followers. She had been previously highly the best candidate for vice president, but following her leadership, no one seems to be smiling. Previously, when Republicans would speak against her, they were attacked as being sexist, racist, and stupid, even when they were talking about her leadership and not the person that she was. A few months down the line, some people are echoing the same things the Republicans were saying. As it goes, many individuals are dissatisfied with how she is handling the immigration issue. There are an estimated 11 to 12 million immigrants living in the United States, most of them being Latino, and the number is still growing. This is a problem that has accumulated for many decades.